Michigan beats South Dakota State. VCU just destroys an undermanned Akron team. Now those two meet in round 3 of the NCAA tournament. Welcome into the Sporting News Studios. I'm Tom Vandervoort. We're breaking down each and every single game of this year's tournament thanks to UPS and the UPS Team Performance Index. And joining me now to talk about the Michigan-VCU matchup, which could be very intriguing, my colleague Ryan Fagan. And Ryan, you're out in Salt Lake City. What do you think about Michigan versus VCU? These two teams are very interesting.
I think it's going to be a fascinating matchup. I think it could be one of the more entertaining games of the entire tournament. On one hand, you have VCU and the Rams' havoc defense that can just drive teams crazy. And obviously we saw what that defense did to Akron, as you mentioned, an undermanned Akron team, one that was playing without several of its regulars. And that really just isn't fair. Michigan is not shorthanded, though. And Michigan also has Trey Burke, who is, if not the best point guard in the country, one of the top 2 or 3. And that's going to be a challenge for Trey Burke to handle the ball, handle the pressure, and not just get the ball past half court, which is a challenge against VCU, but also to make sure that he initiates the Michigan offense with an element of patience. Because that's one thing we see against VCU is teams, even if they get the ball across midcourt, they rush their offense and they don't take smart shots. That's going to be something that Trey Burke has to really focus on doing. And if anyone's capable of doing it, it's a guy like Trey Burke.
Now, where is Michigan right now? They have a pretty good number offensively on the TPI. How do they end the year, and where are they now mentally, do you think?
Well, I think that they're in a good place. I think that the South Dakota State team presented a challenge because they have a very good player, Nate Walters. This is a Jackrabbits team that had gone on the road and won at New Mexico. So there wasn't an easy game. It wasn't like Michigan just got the cruise past a team that didn't deserve to be there. I think that was a big step in the right direction. Michigan came within an eyelash of beating Indiana in the regular season finale when Jordan Morgan's layup rolled off the rim instead of rolling through the hoop. If that one goes in instead of going out, it's possible that Michigan could have wound up as a 2 seed instead of a 4 seed. So I think that, even though they may have lost a couple of games they didn't want to, especially the game against Penn State at Penn State late in the year, this is still a Michigan team that can play very well. And Michigan's problem is going up against bigger, more physical teams in the post, and that's not what VCU does. So I think this is aside from the press and the havoc defense, this is a matchup that Michigan can handle.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. VCU rated the second best ball handling team in the country. All right, listen, Ryan, thanks so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.